it's Holly. Welcome to Living It Country. Today we're going to be doing a summer porch decorate with me with a very minimal amount of decor pieces. I love switching up things in my home, but when it comes to my porch decorating, I really love the way it looks, and so I just love incorporating small pieces, things that are easy to store, and so that's what I'm going to be sharing here today. Now that wreath up there, we actually had over the spring season. If you watched our Amazon video, that was a piece that we shared in there. And I'm actually going to be changing that with a beautiful magnolia wreath. I want to incorporate as many white florals as I can, so I can really have these pieces that I'm going to be sharing later in this video have a chance to shine. Now I'm just briefly blowing off my front patio. We recently had our shrubs trimmed and we had leftover debris on our front porch, and so I'm just clearing that off. And then I ended up cleaning the front of the garage too because it needed a little bit of work as well. Now before filming this video, I took down my pink hanging baskets from the side of my home and switched it up with these beautiful white hanging baskets to just simplify the color in this space. And I really love the way these look. My pink ones I had up for the last year. I never took them down. I didn't even take them down during Christmas, you guys. That's how much I loved them. They're faded quite a bit, and so I don't know, I just love the way these white flowers look, and I think it complements this space really beautifully. Now my doggy was hanging out with me and he ended up running off, so I had to put him inside, and his nose just takes him everywhere, so I have to be on top of it with him. But we just got these beautiful black rocking chairs, and this I was actually filming midday after I had done homeschooling with my daughter, picked up my little guy from preschool, and I thought I would have enough time to put these together. It really did take a while for me alone and a lot of trial and error along the way. And these rocking chairs were kindly gifted by Costway, and I'm so thankful to be sharing them here today. We also received this neat patio heater on wheels, and it gets really cold sometimes in the Pacific Northwest. You never know when it's going to be hot or cold. It was just 80 degrees here in the middle of spring last week, and it was wonderful because we had our festival going on, and now it's back to being gloomy and really yucky out. So really unpredictable weather around here, but I thought these black rocking chairs would look absolutely adorable, 2 on each side of my front porch windows, and they are large, beautiful, and just so cozy, and my kiddos were so excited to sit on them after I finished the video. Now you guys might see some different lighting throughout today's video because it was really stop and go. I had homeschooling in the midst of this, pickup during the midst of this, I had lunch in the midst of this, I had dance practice, softball practice, t-ball practice, not softball practice, softball game. And by the end of the video, it was actually 9:30 at night. So I truly have been incorporating something where even if I have 15 minutes, I can still get something done in those 15 minutes. So I've been trying to really utilize my time and using it to the max. Let me know if you guys do that too. I found it to be really helpful, especially with being able to create and have quality time with my kids and husband. It feels like at the end of the day, I actually accomplished more that needed to get done, but also that there's more time to spend with them, if that makes sense. Now here I am with the trial and error of putting these rocking chairs together, and I found that I needed to bring the big power tools out, and so long goes the handheld tools. So put that away and brought our Milwaukee out. So that ended up being a breeze. I ended up taking a break after this to help my kiddos with riding their bike. And they were not thrilled with my decision to be in the front of the garage riding their bikes. They wanted to be on the street. But as you can see from this footage, this is after stabilizing the footage. It is very windy out. It came out of nowhere. I would say, in my opinion, we live super close to the ocean. It's just a 5-minute drive away. And so I feel like it gets pretty windy around here. So I ended up bringing all of the materials and pieces to our front porch because I knew I only had maybe 10-15 minutes left before it was dance class for my girl. And so I wanted to get it out of the way just in case there was any packages coming or mail or, anybody just knocking at the door. Not that that really happens much anymore, but I wanted to clear that way, have it under cover with the wind happening. And I ended up getting one of these done, and before I left, I wanted to put up my American flags, which I love these. If you guys have already watched my Amazon video, I'm not sure which one will be up first, but it's the summer Amazon video. I just can't talk about these good enough. Like, they're just exactly what I was looking for. In fact, where I'm placing them, we're actually going to be moving them up because these shrubs are just too large. And if you guys can see the light brown wood below the American flags, that's where we're going to be putting brick on our front porch. And so we think we're going to eventually transplant these shrubs to the left side of our home where the fence is, just to kind of create that homey vibe and put something a little bit lower to the ground. I don't know, I just feel like that would look really good. And I use these command strips, and we actually ended up nailing them in after posting this video or filming this video because the command strips would just fall down. They ended up actually doing more damage than good. So I would highly recommend just putting in a nail because, as you can see right there, it ripped off a bunch of paint. It's okay, we can touch it up. It's totally not a big deal, but I love the way these look. I love the creaminess to this American flag. And if you want a less expensive option, Walmart has a perfectly wonderful American flag that nearly looks identical, but it is just a pure white. And I think that the stitching's a little different, the shapes of the stars are different, and this one just has more of a primitive look. At this point, we had just enough time that my kiddos could go potty, I could brush their teeth, and we could put shoes on and get going for dance. I always have my kiddos' activities prepped ahead of time so that when I'm running last minute, which is typically something I do, everything is ready to go and as less frantic as possible. This weekend, I would totally say that I was completely the opposite of what I'm preaching right now, which is my child went to dance photos without shoes on because I forgot the shoes and I forgot the form. And so making sure everything is prepped ahead of time is something that I try to do, or else things will end up exactly like that scenario. Now here's a glimpse of what our home is looking like. I honestly love the way it looks with that flag waving. I think it is so beautiful, so homey, warm, and inviting. And it is so important for me to be able to create a home that's cozy for my family, but also a space and a home that makes me feel peaceful too, which is something that I'm slowly trying to accomplish. Sometimes things can feel so chaotic, and I truly want my family to be able to come home and have a space where they can just kick off their shoes and feel like they can relax. Oh, I'm going off board on this, but I just want to create that cozy home for our family, and also a home that when friends and family come over, they feel the same way too. "8:45 at night, and I am finishing the last small little touches. We randomly had a bed frame that's been on our front porch for, I don't know, too long, 6 months maybe. And so I'm moving that into the garage finally, and I'm finishing up the last touches of putting these beautiful rocking chairs together. I'm honestly so thrilled with the way they look. I was thinking of styling them with blankets and pillows, but to be quite honest, that's just not maintainable for me right now at this point. Maybe I will do that in the future, but not tonight. My kiddos really loved these rocking chairs. I'm so excited to spend summer nights on our front porch and really enjoy our front yard, since we do have quite a big front yard. There's my little guy being super goofy. All we really did in this summer front porch was change out the hanging baskets, add back up that spring wreath, and then add rocking chairs, which really give it that country vibe, as well as the beautiful American flags. Really simple, because all of these things can stay up all year long. You could even have the American flags too, but we'll change different things out season by season. I love incorporating these things, and I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you in our next one. Bye.